Hi, I'm Jesse from MyNet Music, and today we're going to be checking out some of the differences between a beginner, an intermediate, and a professional level flute. I've got a guest with me today. His name is Carter Bessard, and he is a freshman at Purdue University, Fort Wayne, and he will be showing the different levels of beginner, intermediate, and professional flute. He's got in his hands an Armstrong 104 beginner flute. This is the kind of instrument that you would start out on, say, as a 5th or 6th grader, if you're just a beginner on the instrument. Let's take a listen. Thanks, Carter. So a beginner level flute like the Armstrong 104, the biggest thing it's got going for it is it's durable. So this instrument, it looks like it's silver, but it's actually a brass that's plated in silver, so it's much stronger. Think about a 5th or 6th grader holding an instrument, and you kind of get the idea of why we want that. It's easy to repair, but it also gives a characteristic flute sound, so you're off to a good start. The next level up is the intermediate level flute, and we're going to listen to a Powell Sonari 501. Here you're getting the best of both worlds. This is where you're starting to look at the tone quality production over just the durability of the instrument. Typically, a high schooler is going to want to be on this anytime you're looking at upping your sound quality, or an adult beginner will often start on an intermediate level flute. Let's listen. Thanks.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, before we talk about the specs on this instrument, what are some things that you notice even just between the intermediate level and the beginner level flute?
Well, it's definitely heavier for one, and it has a lot more power behind it. You can really shape each note to your specifications more so than a student model. Definitely has a bigger dynamic range. Darker, richer sound throughout, even in the higher register. Normally like sterling silver flutes would be like a bright sound, but you can make this one into a dark sound if you want.
Yeah, and that gets into some of the differences. So we talk about on the Powell Sonari 501, you're talking about a sterling silver head joint instead of just a plated joint, so that gives you more change there. Also, the tone holes are hand cut. So you're looking at a level of precision that's a little above the assembly line beginner model flute. And I don't know if you can see it on this one, but there's a low B foot. So this instrument's a little bit larger. Now, Carter, do you play that low B very often?
Not too often. It's very rare, but it adds a length to the flute, which adds to like a darker sound. And it's different than a student flute because of that low B flat foot joint. Foot joint. So
sure.
Yeah.
So the next level up from this is the professional flute, and we're going to hear a Yamaha 677 HTC. Now, when you get into the professional level instruments, you're talking precision handcrafted here. Everything is put together by hand, and you're talking about a very high level of engineering. In addition, you're looking at higher level of materials such as sterling silver. But the professional instrument is not necessarily for a professional player. Obviously they're going to be on it, but if you're in your top level concert band in high school, or you're looking to major in music in college, this is where you really want to be looking. So let's listen to Carter play the Yamaha YFL 677 HCT. All right, so Carter, you've been playing a lot of years, and
Yes.
obviously you're going to make any one of these flutes sound the way you want them to sound. But what are some differences that you noticed with the Yamaha?
I definitely don't feel a limit to this one. I feel like I can just keep on playing and playing, and there's like an endless variety to each of my music pieces that I can adjust to with this one versus the other one where I felt like a limit. It had a lot of like dynamic to the instrument, but I felt like capped off. This one, I don't feel that. And I also feel like it's a very piercing sound, like it's noticeable. Like if you were to play it in like an orchestra, you would know this flute.
So stand up and be counted.
Yes.
Right, so there you go. Hopefully you have a better understanding of the reasons that you would upgrade to an intermediate or professional level flute. Schedule an appointment at 260-482-5533 and we'll help find the perfect instrument for you.